All right, let's get it. Anything else that I need? No. IMGN. So they actually got some news now. Good morning, Danielle. So IMGN actually looks like it's got some news. It does have a higher float though. Looking at this past patterns, very shaky ride. The highest it just went to is $11, right around where it is now. It's right over the 11. So we'll see what happens up there. But let's actually look into this news. It says Elahere demonstrates overall survival benefit in the phase 3 Mirasol trial in patients with FRA positive platinum resistant ovarian cancer. So ovarian cancer. Let's go and look that up. See what that's talking about. IMGN. See what that float's looking like. Float is that's a pretty high float, 203.38 million. High institutional holding as well. Yeah, that's not too attractive. I don't know what that thing's gonna do, but if it goes, it'll just go. But cancer, lung cancer, and all of these cancers that they're working on are definitely hot words. Let's go to Acon is the next one. AKAN up 97%. Lower float. Let's see. Cannabis products. Okay, wellness products, blah, blah, blah. Float is under $1 million. High insider holding right there on Acon. So let me. And it's at 217 right now. Next one is AKLI. Up 40%. 5 million shares on the board. $20.25 in the float. So it's looking okay. It's looking okay. So we are actually seeing some news beyond these instead of no news, which is good though. See Acon, nothing. AKLI, it says adults with ADHD see significant improvements in attention, ADHD symptoms, and quality of life in clinical trials. So there's still a video game based therapeutic. Of course. Of course. It's video games. Okay. APM, no real news there. WWR up 23%. The company announced a joint development agreement with SK On to develop anode material. PACW still dying. That's one of the banking stocks. Snap, DYN is. Do you have any news? They're to present at BOFA Securities 2023 Health Conference. AMD, and then Ruth. Okay. So they're getting bought out by somebody. Ruth's hospitality shares hit 52-week high after Darden buyout offer. So they haven't got bought out yet. It's just an offer on the table. But these are the ones that are looking like people are interested. So this is top 10 volume movers. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up the other side. AN This one, get that one out of there. Oh, these were a couple from yesterday. They were popping in aftermarket for some reason. ANGH, AS, whatever. They pop. Well, this one popped during the day. I guess I just kept it on. But no, not competing on the day. So I really don't care about continuation. I want to see you up. Be up. MIMNM went up there very quickly. I think this is the one that I messaged Donnell about. Went from $2 up to 14. Yeah. This is the one, and it fell back down to like 3. Okay. So we'll go ahead and just watch the top movers on the day. What's up, Lori? Lori, I got your message about the no volume thing, and there's a reason for that. So when I'm out traveling, I call that playlist the Traveling Traders playlist. But I'm traveling, yes, but I'm in different environments where I can't do live recording. So, due to my clearances and my clearance level, I have to follow certain protocol when I'm inside of a place. And so I can record my actual trade, like the charts and everything, but the audio, the people around me talking, and that information that they're saying can't be disclosed. So yeah, that's why. But anyway, yesterday was a successful trade on hour. This one right here. If you look at this chart today, it looks horrible. You'd be like, man, where did you even get in? This is the 4-hour chart from yesterday. Then we got this chart. And so what I was looking at on this one was this. It had 2 levels of interest for me on the hour chart here. I had the support here, and then I had this down here. And I was like, man, if this thing gets all the way down here, I don't know. If it gets down there quick, maybe I'll take the trade. But I was primarily looking around a $3, this whole dollar level of the $3 to hold here. And so if we go to the 15-minute, it had a little bit of a pop in here. I was watching. I was like, man, this thing just took off without me. It had this big pop up here to 451 from the 371. I was like, well, I missed that. And then it slammed down the same way. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And so it came up here, and I was waiting for the candles to close, and it closed up here around this 330 level. And I was like, okay, if it can get going back up to the 50s, I might take this trade. And so I watched it. It popped again, and I didn't take it. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be patient and I didn't take it based on the hour chart. What the hour chart was doing. This candle here was still not closed. I wanted this candle to close and see if it can close above this level of the 292. And so when this candle closed, then I took the trade on this one. So I ended up getting in. Let's see, this one I got in right around here. I got in. My average price was the 343s with like 1,000 or almost 2,000 shares. I recorded it. I put the video up. Like Lori was saying, it does not have volume, but the video is chaptered. So pretty much going through each section of what I did. And what I'm looking for was the 14-cent winner, right? And so one thing that I did change, I took profit. Like last month, I was leaving a lot of money on the table. I was seeing $400, $500 every single time, just wasn't taking it. I was like, I'll hold. But I wasn't taking it. So this time, took profit, and I used limit orders. So since I wanted my winner to be 14 cents, I used the limit order at that, let's see, what, 43... 53 would be 10 cents. 57 cents is where my limit was. And so what the limit order does, it says, give me this price or better. So I put it at 57, and I was taking off those limit orders, and it saved me a lot of money not getting a market order that gives me a price way lower than what I am. But yeah, that was the trade for yesterday. It was like $400 some dollars. Let me see. So here's my my year right now. So January was pretty rough. Came in 51 bucks, and I had to kind of focus in on where I was losing the majority of the money. So I had a couple of good trades in January, but this big loss was what killed me. And then coming up here to February, I only had one red trade, and I pretty much kept the losses very, very small or none at all. Then March, guess what? I got slippy hands again. Took some bigger losses. And then here's April, no reds, and then May with the one green. So I just gotta keep the if I keep the losses, at bay, I'm pretty good. But we'll see what the rest of this month brings. But today, I'm just observing. But yeah, being patient, waiting for those candles to close is what saved me yesterday. Because if I would have got in early, I would have got slammed on. IMGN up 120%, 13 million shares. It does have a little bit of catalyst with the ovarian cancer. It does have a higher float. So where would be obvious levels for it to land at? Like if we go over, let's look at a daily chart here. IMGM, where is a obvious level for it to come down to? What's the price of it right now? 11.45. So it's all the way up here at the top. This is definitely a place that I would probably consider a known resistance level that is kind of playing around with right now at 11.45, because it's been up here twice and failed this level. IMG. Okay, let's look at Acon. So there's definitely some stuff going on Wednesday, hump day. We've had about Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. We've had 100% gainers. And now here we go again Wednesday with 100% gainers. So it's definitely one of those times where you really have to focus in, kind of clean up your watch list and focus in on maybe like 3 or 4 stocks and really find a plus setup, and take profit, especially if you're day trading. If you're looking down the barrel and you got 500 in pocket or something, or whatever your winning is that you want to get, hey, let it rip. You like IMGN? Okay. And I wonder where it could fall down to, though. Being in this big old gap field, I mean, it can't come all the way back down here to 5. Had a bottom right here at the 929s for support. Huh. Interesting. 925s actually for support. So I guess the way that I'll be looking at this one, it would have to come down. I want to see it come down through the 925s for a little bit of collection in this gap fill area. Because this gap is $3 worth of playroom. Got about 15 minutes to the bell. Lori called out APM going down and CNSP. CNSP. CNSP had a little pop up from the 160s up here to about the 220s. 25% up in pre-market. Yeah, I just really like AMP structure, the way that this came up and it's just going flat for this long. I like to see a little bit of bounce up and down, a little bit of more movement. But the structure here looks like it's just going to be going flat. Because, when you're watching different, when you watch these tickers, watch these structures between each, in whatever ticker it is, the longer they spend in flat range, the more of a 50-50 play it becomes. You don't know which way it's going to go. It's less unpredictable. But when it's getting a push in one direction or the other, it's like, okay, we know that the shorts are winning or the longs are winning, and they're going to have to take a break. The SPY had quite a bit of a rebound from yesterday. Went down to 407 and is back up to the 411s very quickly. And I also saw oil coming down as well, which is good because we're coming into the summer months. They want people to spend money. Spend that money for summertime, so they bring the oil prices down. Happens pretty much every summer. Okay. So yeah, looks like AKAN and IMGN are just doubling everything else in volume. AKLI, I don't know what it'll do. If we look at the relative volumes right now, I don't know if these are being calculated. It might recalculate at the open, but for right now, the relative volumes, the top relative volume is APM. So we'll see if it recalculates. I see CNSP now. Just popped on my scans. Okay, so let me look up CNSP and see what they got going. Um, they're under investigation. CNS Pharmaceuticals investigating potential naked short selling, retained shareholder intelligence services LLC. Okay, so investigations. That's I don't think that's the greatest news. I still think this cancer one is gonna be the maybe the number one mover on the day. IMGN. Wonder will it have a quick test of this 925 level that it or will it go ahead and drop through there? Because when too many people can see something like 925, that's like an obvious bounce point. It's like it could come through that because people get so confident at this level they put a lot of stops right under the 925. So we'll see if it how easily it comes through this 925ish level. But yeah, CNSP is looking like a no-go. Investigations on the naked short selling. The whole reason they do those investigations because they're like, why are these people so confident that this thing is going down that they will naked short? They're not trying to protect themselves or anything. They're just going short a couple million. Why do you not want to protect yourself? Or why don't you want to protect the bank or broker that you're trading with? Because if it does pop against you, it's gonna blow their backs out as well. Especially if you're using margin. Or of course you're using margin for shorting. So we got four good ones to look at, and the way that I kind of think about it is, hey, I got four to look at. If they don't give me the opportunity that I'm looking for, oh well, there'll be another day, there'll be another opportunity. And one thing that I have realized from when I started to now was when I was trading a lot, I was killing my confidence. Like when I was at high frequency, like taking 50 trades to make, 50 bucks, I would take trades and like, let's say 20 of them are red and then the other 20 are green. I'm like, I need to narrow down and figure out why those 20 are red. What's the difference between them and the green? And then maximize or zero in on that exact feature, or not feature, but criteria, so I can take less and I can be more aggressive on what is a plus setup. 4 minutes left. Let's see, the top side IMGN got up here to, whoops, should be resistance. Got up here to the 12. Don't know if it's going to have enough juice to retest. It does have a higher float. We'll see what this the first candle looks like with all the volume. Right now, the volume on the biggest candle here is 3 million. It's going to take a lot more than 3 million to move that thing. It's got like 200 million in the float. Okay. Okay, IMGN coming on down. What is that initial 925 test going to look like? $30 seconds left to the open. I think IMGN will be the first one that we look at, up 104%, 15 million on the board. Behind it is AKAN with 12 million. All right, market is open. Coming on down. Right now, none of them are moving very aggressively in either direction. Only up and down, maybe 2 or 3%. A lot of times we see the rippers. Up there's APM coming up 19% there. APM has a little hold point above the 6. Only 4 million shares traded there though, so be careful. It is in competition with some of these higher movers, but it is up 20%. It is halted. AMPM halted right there. So we'll see what that wants to do out of the halt. Looking for IMGN to come down here to the 925s. ACON coming up as well, up 5% on the day, coming up to the highs. Previous high was 260, right under the 270s. Okay, coming up and touching that 270. Will it get destroyed back down? Holding up strong green on the day. It's the only one. Everything else is either halted or not moving like this. Trying to get through that 270 level. And that is a previously it tested 3 times at this 270 level and always fails there. One, and then a big one that got through, and then another one that failed here. So looking at the past data, I would say, yeah, this one's coming down, coming down, coming down. IMGN, very small candle to start off with. This one's only got 2 million on it. The bottom of this candle is 1030, and from the 1030 to the 1060, so about 30 cents. And if we look in pre-market, we can see that it was doing a lot more than 30 cents. So coming into intraday, it's already getting smaller bars. Let's see when APM is supposed to open up. $931.03 is when it halted, so it should be unhalting at $936.03 in 3 minutes. Okay, so about a 60 cent move here from 1030s up to the 1090s. All right, APM is going to be opening up on a 3603. So we'll watch this one come out of halt. Has a top here of 1006. Wonder how much higher will it open up? Or actually, that's not 1006. That's like 990 something. All right, 30 seconds. Like I said, the only thing I don't like about this setup is how long it went flat. So it might throw a wick up there and just come right back into this range of the 971 and the 6, which is what I'm expecting from this flat motion, for it to stay in this range here. Open back up right there. Didn't open up much higher. Looking for it to just hold in this range. You're going to see a whole lot of longs that are looking for this thing to break out, get trapped right here in this range. And I don't think it's going to go much down. I don't think it's going to go any more down than up. Okay, let's go back up here. IMGN. First candle, 4 million shares on it. Still struggling in this very small candle. AKAN coming on down now. Came into a very obvious resistance level that's been a resistance for quite a long time. Down 10% on the day. The good thing about the APM is when you identify a range like this, if it can consistently give you this range, which is from the 642 and kind of play around to the 10s, I mean, that's a $4 range right there if you range playing. Buying at the bottom, or well, it just depends on if you're short or long, but buying at the bottom, looking for it to play back to the top, shorting at the top, looking for it to play back to the bottom, you can range play that one because it's got a pretty good range. And it is the only one holding green so far right now. So there it comes down, and let's see if it still continues to hold this range. The $6 is the range. Support. Should trap these shorts down here thinking it's going to break down and pop back up on them. Pop back up on them. And see that little bounce from there, 650 all the way up to the 750. That's a dollar move right there within this range. Okay. IMGN back up green. Breaking the, or trying to break the 11s. $6 million shares on this first candle. First 15-minute candle. So yeah. What we look for to trade is volume and range. This thing keeps tapping the 11 on IMGN, but just not getting that big break. May take a while because it is a higher float. 11.10s there, 11.13s. It's looking like a whole bunch of range plays today. I mean, if you have a strategy for range plays, like I said, if you can identify it, you could just like rinse and repeat because it's probably going to come back within this range multiple times today. As long as it keeps that same um keeps giving out that same movement, $1 to 40 cents in here. Some good money within the range. AKAN breaking down $2. This was the gap level that it was at earlier. Let's see right here. So it gapped up to this level from the 150s. Down 16% on the day as well. IMGN continues to sneak back over that 11. 24 million shares traded on it. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. What's up, Mufasa? Are you jumping into anything today? We're watching IMGN, ACON, AKLI, and APM were the main movers on today. What is stock trading like? Stock trading is like stock trading is like grocery shopping at the highest level. So if you had a grocery store and you had a lot of items in the grocery store, some items are free, some items are very expensive and rare. Stock trading is you're trying to find the most expensive and rare um, products because they're going to give you the best quality for your purchase. So yeah, it's a place full of opportunity. There's free stuff that'll get you killed. They're also selling poison. They're selling everything that you don't need, but what you do need, you have to identify because you don't know that you need it. That's what stock trading's like. You have to learn what you need from the store that you're going to. Even though you've been into that store many times, the products change every day. The same product isn't there, or the product may be there, but not in the same demand, not in the same supply. You go to the store and they're like, oh, we don't have that today. It's like, oh, cool, I'm going home. Y'all don't have what I want? Just walk away. A lot of hard to read movements now today because there isn't a strong push in either direction. And I'm kind of surprised because of how the SPY pulled back up to the 411s, but the SPY really isn't even pushing like that. Stock trading, forex trading, and crypto trading. Which one do I prefer? I have some crypto plays, but I usually go long term with my crypto plays. I really don't even watch them, or I don't actively trade them. I just look for good projects that I think are doing, will have an impact on a lot of people, and I invest in those. For forex, I traded forex a while back, but it wasn't in depth. I never really fell in love with forex. Um, it's forex. You have to understand a lot about what's going on inside of different countries. Understand what's going on all over the place. It's so broad, the information that you have to kind of know. And I know some people don't know that information and they still trade forex, but I am a data person. I'm a data analyst. I like the numbers and all that. I like seeing why things are moving. And I like understanding more about who's trading the stock. In forex, I don't know if it's majority people trade. I don't know who's trading. Is it the everybody's just a professional trader? I mean, people from all over the world are trading it. But with like small caps and stuff, everybody doesn't trade small caps. A lot of normal people trade small caps, and normal people, for the most part, have not mastered their emotions. So I capitalize on, fear and excitement. If they're scared or they're excited, I can make some money. And that's not to say I have mastered my emotions. I just have I want to build strategies that eliminate the majority of my emotional thoughts. So when I'm in, I don't be sweating bullets. Get in at a spot that is at a good price and look for those buyers to come in above me aggressively. IMGN is pushing up to the 1180s or whatnot. It's pushing out now. But yeah, I want to get in while the longs are like, okay, should I start getting in? And then the shorts are like, oh man, this may be too late to short. It's kind of extended. I want that indecision. That's where I want to be starting my entry. And then when the longs say, oh, the shorts are trapped, looks like, I think we need to buy. I want to be in before that. So they come in aggressively above my price level and protect me. Yeah, this thing is kind of ripping up in it. IMGN did not come down to the support, but went up and tested the previous resistance. Now the question is it, with this being a higher float, is it going to actually hold up here and go on up to the 12? Well, looks like it's going to go on up to the 12. Like I said, this is on the ovarian cancer, and any of the cancer news can be very, very reactive. Tapping that 12 right now, I think it can get through that 12. It's just playing around. Okay. Well, IMGN looks like it's going to be the one on the day. Y'all be very careful, because it can be choppy. Doesn't mean it's going to stop going up. A lot of these higher float ones, they can be choppy at the breakouts. People get stopped out and stuff, and then they just continue up, continue up. And if we look out here on the daily chart, we can see the previous daily high was 1090. This thing is all the way up here to 12. So it's got a lot of room to play above this this $11. A lot of room to play. Anyway, I definitely burned most of my capital yesterday, so I'm not really going to be doing any trading or even watching the market today. I'm probably just going to go and do some work, make some money some other type of way. But I want to continue doing what I'm doing, focusing on getting these trades to a point where I know that I'm gonna take losses, but I want to keep those losses small and just continue to kind of push up, push up, push up, and also continue to prepare myself for the end of the year taxes. But yeah, taking little snippets, growing the account, and continue to move forward. AKLI continue to push down 11%. Not something that I would be interested in, especially with IM in. Like a lot of times when I see these ripping like this, like IMGM, I need them to fail before I trade anything else, because everything else is in competition with this thing, and this thing has the best news. It has the most muscle behind it. And so to trade anything else, you may get into an even worse chop factory because this thing's taking all the attention. Up, it's got 31 million shares traded on it. So it is definitely up there. And it's up 123%. So who wouldn't see this when they open up their scans? Shorts or longs. But yeah, I'm about to get ready to go to my morning meeting. Today I really didn't see much that I liked. I mean, I like IMGN, but I was looking for it to come down to some support, but I would like to attack it with a little bit more size if I was going to attack this. So I'll give it a little bit, and it is hump day. So I saw on Yahoo Finance. Let me see, where's that finance? That they were the Fed was expected to raise interest rates a little bit more. It says, but then what? So we'll see what comes, later on today. Let's see, what is this? Half of Americans' banks are potentially insolvent. This is how a credit crunch begins. Of course, if everybody goes to their banks and asks for their money back, it's going to be hard to liquidate because a lot of money is tied up in 401ks, tied up in bonds, tied up in all kinds of stuff. So, of course, it's very insolvent. But anyway, yeah, that's my stream for today. If you're going to continue trade, be careful. Don't give back your profits too easily and manage your risk the best of your ability. To the best of your ability. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, definitely subscribe, and I will be back on Friday. If I do take any trades, I'll record them. I did put the recording out there, and Lori was the first one to notice. She was like, there's no audio. The reason there is no audio is because where I'm at when I'm recording those videos, I work in some high security areas, so I can't record audio in there. I can record my screen and record the things that I'm looking at, but to have an open mic in there with the things that they're talking about, it's a no-go. But I did chapter the video, so you can look through the chapters of where I was analyzing, where I put in my supports and things, and then where I was, how I managed the trade when I got into it. All of that is chaptered on the video. But yeah, that's it for me today. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.